trust. We ain't taking no loss. We be the hottest on the scene. Gemstones from the dust. Big dog with your leash. Where's the love in the streets? Pour my heart on the beat. See that blood on my sheets. Yeah, when we ready, me hit it heavy. I zoom out the pride of my people already. Them I see Ellie. Me, I'm just sharing my journey. I'm thankful the people they hear me. Tribe of Joseph, I'm ahead of the bunch. P5, I was starving for months. A running cutscene, but on my pockets, me need my DNA. Baby for lunch, but we call me a star before BBC. Don't take a lot to get rid of me. Me and them don't get the same. Me and them don't get the same. Boy, that they gonna know who the name is. They say I move like I'm nameless. Cause I only come for the money bags. And I don't really wanna be famous. You know what's up? You know what's up? You pretend, live in a lie. We don't be gang. You know what's up?
We going crazy, we at the top and we never gonna stop. Hop in a ghost, I'ma get swayzy. I just got off of the jet and I cry. My I win in a Humvee, I lie. I be on go cause I come from the shot. I'm shooting back, I ain't ducking no shots. Got power like Samson, I cut off the locks. Chirac, Timmer, in the cut like I'm Fredo Santana. Who's you ranting? I hop in the Bama, the world is mine. I'm Tony Montana, I'm Pelican Fly. Diamonds on me cause I'm rapping a rock. I'ma go hard, I ain't killing them soft. I'm up in the hills, I feel like I'm Lauren, you ready or not? I like who got businesses, I'm CEO of mine. 1980 Prezi Rolly, we been working overtime. The witness, the police, the pigs, I don't eat swine. Son of Jacob, this biblical, my flow, the holy God. Save money ground up in the gutter where they found us. Stones in the faint mouth rush. More vacays, more bucks, more race, more foreign trucks, more on a tour bus, more pour cup. Toast to the winners, throw it up.
Juicy, what a drums at?
It's another one. We got another one. It's her. Who that? Big baby slide through in that drop top. Something by Benz looking cute. That's honest. Her and her friends, big blinks and snatch waist. Yeah, she brought the. Ain't no way somebody daddy ain't gon' give her the spins with her ends. Cause yeah, she did it. She did it again. A few more tracks and this time she bought friends. Big baby on her way up and showed the stairs to a man's. Now salute the general. TGLX got plans, yeah. Damn, it's the intro? Yes, it's the intro. Damn, this is the intro? Yes, it's the intro.
They don't know what they in for. If it coming like this on the intro, what they here for? If they want the heat, you know who to send for your info. Buy my money like Venmo. If this music don't work out, I know how to get it from my ends low. How you feel though? Cause hey, they can't rock with us. Galaxy ain't no stopping us. They ain't trying to steal my style. I'm feeling like I just shop it. Can't trust them cause they not my cause we worry about getting figures. All my ain't father figures, just know my quick to pop it.
Damn, it's the intro? Yes, it's the intro. Damn, this is the intro? Yes, it's the intro.
On the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium, just north of downtown Tampa. Today, we reach Week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Bucs kicker Ryan Succop about set, and off we go from Raymond James Stadium in Tampa. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback.
Gun. Stop.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months. Not weeks, months.
I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak. And what's working in their favor? The winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to go perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get this out of here.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Burrow looking to pass. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Boyd. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
On the return is Cohen. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made that time by B.J. Hill. Now, this defense for the Bengals, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers.
The ball comes out, and the Bengals have recovered it. And I guess we're back to square one. A rocky start here. A turnover followed by a turnover.
Not exactly what we expected going into the game, but I always wonder about the nerves and people starting, the emotions of the game. Sometimes it takes a little while for that to play out, for them to settle in. Let's hope that that's taken care of now.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
From just shy of midfield, Brady looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hunt. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them. They also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
It's a gain of 4, and it gets them the first. The Buccaneers hit 12-1 now to start play, and they come in on the heels of yet another victory. That ran their win streak, Charles, up to 7 now.
And I think that last win, that established...
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defense is talking about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. Exactly right. A lost opportunity.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now a play fake. Brady swings this out for Hunt. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up the first down. So now on defense, You assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or two in this situation.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Brady going to throw.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Chidobe with a pick.
And the Bengals are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10.
And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here. 1st and 10. Here's Burrow. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line. It's a sack. Shaquille Barrett in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks. Great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Burrow throwing for Chase on the crosser. He's got it. And this is going to double their room to maneuver. Able to get it from the 5 to the 10-yard line. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Most probably we were talking about earlier. There has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've...
Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Jamel Dean.
And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD.
So, Charles, our first points of the game provided defensively. What a play that was.
And I can only imagine that the folks at home watching are thinking to themselves, that's one of those plays where once the ball leaves the quarterback's hands, you just sort of go, uh-oh, and wait for the result. This time, the defense benefited.
Extra point up and good by Succa. And that makes the score 7-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bengals drive about to get going.
And this game, CD, some are calling it the game of the year. Others are saying, hey, this is the Super Bowl preview. And as we speak, these are the top seeds in each conference. How do you think these two teams approach this one internally?
And I think that we both subscribe to the theory that it is the game of the year so far, and it could be a Super Bowl preview. I know outwardly both teams are going to tell us, hey, it's 1 of 16. We're going to do what we do. Let's just go ahead and play our game. But I think we both know that internally, they're saying we've got to establish we're the team to beat in case we see them again.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Having been a corner that's worth his salt yet that ever admits to worrying about man coverage, how about the play there, breaking that pass up.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now it's Burrow. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that worked. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
2nd and 2.
To throw, it's Brady. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Looking Mike Evans' way again, and he's got another one. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That goes for a gain of 31.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
Again, they'll throw with Brady. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Bengals are going to have it here just past the 25. Charles, one thing that he referenced to us yesterday was his confidence fitting the ball into any window, but obviously that window was a little too tight, and it was closing in a hurry.
And he was talking to us about having anticipation in making those types of throws. Down near the goal line, I don't think you can anticipate it as much as you need to see it open. You've got to be precise with your throws down here in the red zone. That one goes into double coverage, and he gets picked off.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Hang on, 3rd down.
Certainly felt like he thought he moved beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles, and his feet never stop moving?
He rifles one that's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And the Buccaneers will have solid field position here as they take over at the 45-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the puck off the way. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They begin with a run by Fournette. And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Brady now on first down. Delivering a pass here to Evans on the out route. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. And just a yard to go here on 2nd down. Up the gut, Fournette. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And now a pass dumped off to his running back. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. the gun, it's Brady. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one, as it's good from 56 yards out. That also a career-long kick for the veteran, Charles.
Yeah, how about what he just got done there? We always knew he had a big leg, but how about everything coming together perfectly on that one? Great leg swing, and bang that one through.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Mixon with a first down carry. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And his crew will take over the football at the 35-yard line. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
It's not just having two hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. There's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
And able to get this to the 24-yard line. They began the play at the 12. It's also a pickup of 12 for the first down. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they had 3 tight ends in on that set.
And these guys are punching really well. I use boxing analogies a lot. A lot of coaches have told me that when you line up to run the football, it's 10 fistfights along the line of scrimmage, right? You've got to win your share. These 3 tight ends, they almost always win their fistfights.
Will be a gain of 5, and that will bring up second down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Logan Wilson coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? We just saw their first one of this game.
Second down and goal. Brady. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
Burrow's throw here on target to Hurst. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. To throw again on second down. Burrow. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked up by Levante David. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Succop for the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bengals drive about to get going. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we're having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
Here we go.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Carlton Davis picks it. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Njoku. And the Buccaneers are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. They'll give Fournette another crack. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Hunt. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave them with a 4th and goal. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This a chip shot, a 20-yarder. Succop's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. Not the way you envision things to start out the 3rd quarter. 1 play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Open man, it's complete to Higgins. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Jonah Williams, former first-round pick, the guilty party. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Now it's Burrow. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
McPherson's kick is good, and that will move the deficit from 20 down to 17. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. The last drive for this offense, Charles, you remember it ended in one play, that quick interception, but they do still have the lead as they start this drive here.
And that's something to focus on for them as well, because it's not quite no harm, no foul, but the interception, hey, shake it off, move on. Hasn't cost your team the lead, and now it's time to rebound, and the quarterback and his teammates, they can add to the lead with a good drive here.
On 2nd and 9, Brady. He'll get this one underneath to Hunt. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he's going to have a Bucs first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Brady. And that is incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 44-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Alexander Johnson there on the stop.
They're bringing a spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. On 2nd and 9, Brady. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 27-yard line. A nice pickup of 10 means that this drive will stay on track.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Brady. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Alexander Johnson. And the Bengals are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber.
And my goodness, another interception. Carlton Davis picks it. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Brady. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. Fournette, a 1st down carry. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Fournette again. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Leonard Fournette with his 17th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bucs use the short field to get in for 6. Extra point put through by Succop. And the lead is now 24. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
The 2nd and 10 now as we roll along in the 3rd quarter from Tampa. Burrow will throw. And his throw is incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Burrow to Boyd there for the Cincy 1st.
Here we go.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And his throw here is incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Another throw on second down, and this one being complete as well.
Because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggling to do everything. No rhythm, no timing. So every pass is also contested well. So give some credit to the defense.
On third down, Burrow. And he's got Hurst as tight end. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 41-yard line. A gain of 22.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Such an art to dot the I, just get the feet in right there against the line before going out of bounds.
Such an incredibly graceful, athletic play, but also a lot of practice goes into it. They work on that to make sure that they learn how to train their feet to get down.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Well, that was almost a 4-point swing. The interception, if he had returned it all the way, would have been 2 for them, but just a little bit shy.
And when it's a play like that, you're exactly right with the math, but don't you feel like it would have counted for more if they found their way all the way back to the end zone and gotten the 2? That changes the whole momentum, doesn't it?
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now a play fake. Brady. Making the catch. This is the tight end, Oliver. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one good for 26 and a first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Over the middle, he finds Godwin, complete. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Brady's throw there complete, and he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Well, the jet sweep. This is Godwin. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Here's Brady. Over the middle, complete. It's Hunt. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. The Bucs on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 79 yards on the ground for Fournette. It's a first down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Yeah, this is going to depend on the spot, but I believe he might be a few inches short. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on third down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
It's an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
They run for it with Hunt. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. Hunt is unable to get in on 4th and goal. And the Bengals are going to get the football back. Burrow from his own end zone. Under pressure and down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety. So a failure there to get rid of the football. I don't know in the end that it's going to matter much here with this game, but it yields another 2 points.
Yeah, I think I'm with you. It may not matter a ton with the deficit that's already there, but like my old coach used to say, it sure ain't going to help.
That doesn't help indeed. White now to return.